What an entertaining game of football, man. This is one of those games where you just realize this is what the Premier League is all about. This is why it's probably one of the most, it is probably the most entertaining league in the world, because it's just games like this. Like it wasn't anything crazy. It wasn't like an insane scoreline or anything like that. But it's just the end to end of it, right? The way like each team just had the opportunity against the other team to really score a goal or take their chances or anything like that. It was just so end to end, and I enjoyed it. I loved it. I loved it. So welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to MKB. Welcome back to Melrose Ball. And man, Tottenham versus Brighton. Tottenham 2, Brighton 1. And what a good game. I really enjoyed this game. I really liked this game. I just like I said, I really like the end to end of it, right? There wasn't really a team that was just dominating the other one, but it was kind of like they had little increments of dominance over one another. Like you'd have a little increment of Brighton kind of dominating, having the chances, then Tottenham would have it, then back to Brighton, then back to Tottenham. That's just how it was throughout this game, and I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed that aspect of it. But then let's just go over the game, go over the events that happened. Obviously, game kind of starts again, kind of this little back and forth in terms of dominance over the game. You know what I'm saying? But then eventually we get to the penalty area. Van de Ven then fouls Danny Welbeck to cause that penalty, and then Pascal Gross buries his penalty, no problem whatsoever. Game carries on. Tottenham kind of ups the tempo a bit more, but again, Brighton still kind of got a little bit those half chances here and there. But then eventually, we get into this situation where Van de Ven runs on the right, tries to cross it in, bounces off of the defender, hits the post, backs to Sarr, and then Sarr kicks it back in and then scores a tap-in goal, essentially. Kind of this very scruffy goal, but got a goal equalizing for Tottenham, making it 1-1. And then again, the game is just the same. Keeps going in that same pace where Tottenham dominates for a little bit, then Brighton, then Tottenham. There was like no one really could keep the ball. No one really trying to keep the ball in the midfield. Like it was kind of like they were playing hot potato, man. Like they have the ball for like 10 seconds and give it away. Then it was kind of that type of situation. And then again, Brighton had the opportunities. I remember there was a chance when Ansu Fati came in. Like, had this opportunity where he kind of just missed it, just to miss the goal. You know what I'm saying? He just went narrow. And then eventually, then around the 90th minute, like this, right? And then Heung-min Son crosses the ball, squares the ball to Brennan Johnson, and Brennan Johnson just bounces it inside the net, and then Tottenham wins the game in the last minute, 2-1 against Brighton. And again, like I said, this was a very entertaining game. It wasn't anything crazy. I just liked the back and forth of the game. I liked the excitement, the fast pace of the game. I just really enjoyed how it was, right? And I need to give my props to Tottenham, because weirdly enough, I've really enjoyed the way that Tottenham plays this season. If I was a Tottenham fan, it'd be terrifying to see them play the way they're playing. It'd be terrifying. I know it'd be scary to see them play the way they're playing, but as a neutral, watching them play the way they play is just so exciting. It's so fun to watch them play because of just how much risks they be taking in some. Like, they are probably one of the biggest risk takers in the league right now. The way they play, the risky passes from Vicario, the defense, you know what I'm saying? Those line splitting passes they're always trying. It's always so risky, but the thing is, with high risk sometimes just comes with a high reward. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they don't try those type of opportunities, sometimes they may not even score the goals they've scored. I mean, if you look at the goal to win them the game, right? That entire counter attack comes from a risky pass that was played, and then till eventually it got to Heung-min Son, who ran onto it and then eventually squared it to Brennan Johnson. Like, that comes from the risky aspect of how they play football. But also, I need to give my props to a lot of the players that were involved in this game. I want to start off with Brighton. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoyed that left-hand side of Brighton is so good. It is so good. Like, Estupinian at the back, I think quality. I think he's one of the best left backs in the league. Like, to be honest though, like I said, I think there's a very limited pool of left backs in the league. But in terms of the quality ones that we do have, I think Estupinian is up there. I think he's played very well defensively. I thought he was really good, and attacking wise, obviously very good. Mitoma, what a player! What a player! In my humble opinion, I think Mitoma's probably the best left winger in the league right now. I think he's just edges it. I mean, I can see the shouts for the Doku's, but I feel like Doku is still a very raw talent and everything like that. And I feel like with Mitoma, I feel like he's his IQ is so brilliant. I feel like the decision making in games is just so good, and that's why I feel like it's just that makes him so much better. Especially with the dribbling, his passing. Like there was one, like again the opportunity with Ansu Fati missed that came from Mitoma breezing through two players and then finding a pass to Ansu Fati's feet, and Ansu Fati's finish just wasn't good enough. You know what I'm saying? But brilliant play in Mitoma. And another one I really want to give credit to was Van Heck, the defender for Brighton. I thought he was actually really good. I thought he played very well. I thought he performed very well. But then, obviously, you got to talk about the winners and that. Ah, man. I really like Tottenham this season. I don't know. They're just giving me this feel-good thing about them. They're just really, I don't know. It's just exciting. They're just looking at this new project. And Ange's making them play. You know, like Ange's elevating so many of these players. Like, you look at Bissouma. Like, at Brighton, we knew how good he was. But when he came to Tottenham and he was playing under the likes of Conte, he wasn't really playing really well. He wasn't playing very good. But now, under Ange, he's playing like the Bissouma we knew back from Brighton. You know what I'm saying? Like, but for this game in particular, Van de Ven, he's probably my favorite defender in the league right now. I just love, yes, he may have given away the penalty, but I just like the way he plays. I like how he always gets stuck in, like real men, dog, classic defending, pure defending. Like, I like the way they even celebrate defending in that team, right? Like the Romero and Van de Ven, whenever one gets stuck in and gets a tackle, the way they be shouting, screaming, and just celebrating each second. You even see Højbjerg coming back and celebrating some of the tackles, right? Udogie, again, solid performance from him. Again, I've been saying this, I'm going to say it again. Udogie is the best left back in the league right now, and this performance again shows it. Pedro Porro, brilliant performance, decent performance, good defensively, and he was a good outlet in attacking wise. Maddison wasn't his best games, but I feel like he had a lot of good passing. Like there was a lot of good strings of passes that he did. Like there was some quality. You saw the glimpses of quality from James Maddison, and that's kind of what you're getting from him. You know what I'm saying? Timo Werner's Timo Werner. You know, he's gonna work hard. He's gonna get into those in those areas, in those dangerous areas, but obviously he just didn't do much as all. It's sad because Timo Werner is kind of like, this is kind of like, you kind of know what you're getting from Timo Werner, man. Like, he was like this at Chelsea, and it's kind of, I think it's going to be the same thing here at Tottenham. He's a hard worker. He's always willing to run. He's always willing to work and really like work for the team, die for the team, and everything like that. But then once he gets into that final third, he just gets a nosebleed, man. He just doesn't, I don't know, man. He's just not good. He's not clinical in that final third. I think it's very harsh to say, but it's kind of the same with Richarlison. But even though I feel like Richarlison, to be fair to him, like when Human Son wasn't around, Richarlison was performing. I think he scored a couple of goals like in a stretch of games. I think he was really good for them. Even in this game, I thought he had really good plays. I thought his link up was really good. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, I think his opportunities did kind of just get blocked. I think he had a lot of shooting opportunities, but I think there was more. I think it was more on Brighton just being really good defensively than Richarlison probably not having his shooting boots on or anything like that. I think they were just really good defensively, right? But then obviously Human Son comes back and you can see that he is probably Tottenham's talisman, man. You can see it, like instantly he comes in, he makes that run, gets an assist and helps win the game. Like as much as Richarlison held it down for them, you know that the main man is Human Son, man. What a player, what a brilliant player. You know, it's just unbelievable. And I don't know about Spurs, right? I feel like Spurs is a weird one. I feel like Spurs is a very weird one. I think they have the ability to challenge for top four. I think they have the ability to challenge for top four, but I don't know. I find them very weird. I don't know. I feel like, again, if injuries happen to them, I feel like they're going to slow down if injuries do happen to them, because they do have a very thin squad, you know what I'm saying? But if everyone stays fit and they carry on performing the way they're performing, I think they can make a serious push for top four, because, you're looking, maybe not top four, maybe top five, but obviously with the new Champions League rules, top five kind of gets Champions League depending on the coefficient and everything like that. But like, you're probably looking at Arsenal's probably going to be there, Liverpool, Man City, maybe even Aston Villa, you know what I'm saying? But then after that, realistically, who else? I think you can honestly challenge, because I don't know if Man United are going to make that run and challenge for it. I don't know if Chelsea's going to make it there. You know, I feel like Spurs really have an opportunity to really make it back into Europe, make it back into Champions League. So, especially with the way they're playing, you know. But fair play to Brighton. I thought, obviously, conceding in the last minute can be very harsh. I think a more fair result would have been a draw in this situation. But it happens. It's football. Moments like this happen. You know what I'm saying? Question marks on De Zerbi? Question marks on De Zerbi? Because he hasn't been very good this season. He hasn't been very good this season. Because last season, everyone was praising him. Everyone was praising De Zerbi for the brilliant football, how good, maybe he's going to be Pep's successor and everything like that. And a lot of people were saying that, he may be he might need a bigger step, to another big club and everything like that. But then, obviously, now you look at this season, now it's kind of challenging on more fronts, right? Obviously, you having Carabao Cup was there, got knocked out. Obviously, FA Cup still kicking around there. They now eventually they got into Europe last season. They're playing in Europe this season, and you see how much they're struggling there, and you see how the league, the champion, the Europe form kind of translates into the Premier League form as well with the way they're playing. So it's not looking very good for Brighton right now. It's not looking very good for Brighton right now, but all in all, it's a very entertaining game, and I'm very curious to see how Spurs are gonna make it improve. I want to see. I think they can make top five. I think they can, but it just depends if they can keep everyone fit. I think that's just what it depends on. But yeah, that's it for me. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment down below. Do you think Spurs will make it? Do you think Spurs will make a Champions League spot? And yeah, hit that bell for any post notification. And that's me. We out.